Blessings, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah. I stare at my reflection in the mirror.
If there's anybody in, can you hear the music?
Why am I doing this to
Hope you enjoy it.
myself?
This is a shout out
Losing
to
my
my
mind
cousin,
on a tiny
Anisha Adams.
error.
Very talented young lady.
I
I hope you
nearly left
enjoy her
the
music.
real me on the shelf. No, 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 no. Don't lose who you are in a blur of stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart. Tears don't mean you're losing, everybody's bruising. Just be true to who you are. No, 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 no. Brushing my hair so I look perfect. I forgot what to do to fit the mold. The more I try, the less it's working. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause everything inside me screams no, 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 no. Yeah, don't lose who you are in a blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart. No tears don't mean you're losing. Everybody's bruising. Nothing wrong. Yes, those egos, fake shows like won't just go and leave me alone. Real talk, real life, good love, good night with the smile. That's my heart. Yeah, yeah. That's my heart. Yeah. Hey, don't lose who you are in a blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart. The tears don't mean you're losing. Everybody's bruising. There's nothing wrong with who you are.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed that song. That was by a young lady named Janisha Adams. That is my cousin. She has a beautiful, beautiful voice. So I thought I might, give her a shout out because it has a little bit, if you listen to the words, um, it's kind of about, who are you? It talks about showing people who you are and knowing who you are. So the title today or the subject today we're going to talk about, I'm trying to mess with my thing and I think I'm messing it up some kind of way. I can't get this little banner off now. Um, but are y'all hearing me okay? So I wanted to talk about someone had and her link is in the chat if you want to go check out her other music. She has a couple of videos up. I'm going to probably play another one if I think it fits in. I wanted to talk about, because me and someone was talking, I don't know if they want me to share who it was, but we were talking about loyalty and respect. You know, is one greater than the other? Is it hand in hand? Um, you know, how do people decide on what is more important? For me, I look at it kind of being the same. Why can't I get this thing off? There we go. I feel if you are loyal to me, it's because you have respect. If you respect me, you're going to give me loyalty. But what's more important to me is how I respect and have loyal for who I am. Because people can tell you all day long that they're loyal. They can tell you that they trust you. They can tell you that, they're honest. They can, say so many things, and it could be true, but something can happen to change that emotion or their value in you. But if you keep that respect and that loyalty with self, it's going to shine throughout people that you surround yourself with. I know I can be loyal to people around me. I try to be loyal to people around me. Some may say, oh, no, you're not, because you're her friend more than you're my friend. If you're my friend, you're my friend. It shouldn't be a percentage or a level to it. If I have respect for myself, I'm going to respect you as well. Until that respect is broken for some people, I'm going to still have, let's say, Shelly B's in there. Oh, can I use you, Shelly, as an example? Me and Shelly, wait a minute, I guess I better wait for your answer. If I am friends with Shelly, or we hang around the same people, or we are acquaintances, work together, whatever the case may be, and me and her been hanging out, we shared some secrets. You know a lot about me, I know a lot about you. And one day we get into this big blown out, hello, open-minded, welcome, thank you so much for coming. And we have a big blowout disagreement about something. And say it was very, very nasty. I mean, it was maybe at a point of no return. Do I then sit with other friends or a group of people and tell all of Shelly's business? No, because I still have respect for Shelly. I still have respect for myself. Even though we had a big blowout, she confided in me in something. I have to keep that secret no matter what. Now what she do with my secrets, that will have to deal with her inner self, her, who she has to answer to, how she's going to feel, her guilt, her shame, whatever. That's not for me to say, well, she told mine, I'm going to tell hers. Because now it's going to be speaking about who we are as people. DB, what is so I don't know. A lot of people, like I said, you can ask every word in this universe has a definition. Everybody's gonna perceive and define it to their own liking or whatever definition fits their need or their narrative. So no one's right, no one's wrong. And a lot of times we'll get into this battle or debate with each other about who's right or wrong. I can only say what I feel that word means to me. And in order for me to be loyal and respectful to the people that I'm around, I have to show that example of how it is. Now, we all, fall short. We all do things sometimes that we may regret later. Sometimes you can't even think about the respect and the loyalty when you get in that heat of the moment. I would like to think that I try my best because, like I said, I'm guilty of it. As far as I don't think I've told secrets. Now I might have told someone that don't have nothing to do with it. Let's say me and Shelly is friends. We're live in different cities, and I'm talking to another girlfriend that might be going through something that Shelby went through. I might say, well, I have a friend that's going through the same thing, and this is how she handled it. Now, did I break that confidentiality between me and Shelby? I would like to say no, because I didn't tell that other friend who the other friend was. You know what I mean? I was trying to do it from a good place, to let this other friend know that you can see a better side of this. You can get out of the situation, or you can handle this a different way because this person did it, you know. But I don't know. What do y'all think? You know? Um, Absolutely not. Shelby, what you mean? Absolutely not that I did break the confidentiality. I did take away the loyalty. But like I said, each person, I'm going to assume that you're agreeing with me. But let me know if you're not. Um, Maybe you said absolutely not that I didn't break the confidentiality. So a lot of people, will say loyalty comes before respect. Respect comes before loyalty. I don't know. What do you think, DV? Shelly? Open if you're still here. What do y'all think? Which one do you think comes first? Or does it matter, or is it the same? You know, like I said, I can only speak on who I am and how I look at things and how I handle things. You know, I just think it's deeper than trying to be right or wrong, or trying to tell someone they shouldn't feel that way. You say respect comes first. DB said respect comes first. Open says loyalty brings forth respect, but respect don't bring loyalty. Loyalty brings forth respect, but respect don't bring loyalty. I think, yeah, because if I'm loyal to you, at some point I'm gonna show that respect. I have loyalty to my boss, and I'm gonna do a good job. And because I'm doing a good job, I have to respect him. And it's probably because why? He treats me, good as an employee. He pays me well. So it goes hand in hand. But when he started disrespecting me, what will I do? I'm not going to work as hard for him, which means I'm going to lose loyalty to do my job. Is that how you are? Is that the way you're saying it? Open? Or let me see, but respect don't bring loyalty. Oh, okay. So you're saying I can respect a person don't mean that I'm loyal to you. So I respect. I respect my neighbor, but I'm not loyal to my neighbor to do anything. To a certain degree. That's something I can think of right now. I'm loyal to you to make sure nobody breaks in your house while you're out of town. I will call the police. But I'm not loyal to you to go and break up a fight between you and your girlfriend. That's none of my business. Did I get that kind of right? Shelly B, what did you say? You didn't. You didn't what, baby? I want to make this a little easier because I love talking with the chat. But sometimes when you have certain discussions, it's a little bit easier. So just in case anybody would like to, I always thought I would do better with chat, but I think that's if I just want to talk, and just talk at people and read the comments and just keep talking. But some things you want to know how people feel. Um, I don't know how to pin the link. I did it one time before, but I can't remember. So the link is in the chat if anybody want to come up and have a discussion with me. Big Bye, hello, my brother. How are you? Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't know if you're still doing your live, but I think this is something that you probably could really talk about as well. We're talking about respect and loyalty. And I'm trying to see who all think there's a difference or if it goes hand in hand. Um, I just know that for me, most of the time, I would like to think that I respect people who I have loyalty to. When I think about the circle of friends that I deal with, and vice versa, I'm loyal to the ones that I respect. So you just never know what another person might think about it. Hello, DV, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. What's up, everybody in the chat? Big Vibe, my brother. What's good with it? Shelly B, open. What's up? So,
Wait a
how
minute,
you feeling?
1 minute before you start. Yes, open mind. I do visit your page, and I know you're very diverse. That's why I would love to have a conversation one day with you on a panel. So whenever I appreciate you being here. But one day I would really like to have a conversation because I know you do see things in a diverse way. I think we might have the same kind of. I think I got a lot. I think I have the set of mind with a lot of people that will hit this channel. Because we're all reasonable thinking people, with our own opinions, and we can look at things both ways without being argument about it. Okay, DB, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, like you said, there's no right or wrong answer with this question. Okay, I pick respect, though. I think, truthfully, to me in my heart, I think most people will probably say loyalty first. She didn't want to mention my name, y'all, but it's cool. She knows I love her. But uh but I say respect. And see, here's why. Because I figured that, okay, it's like the example she was using about the fight. Like so, right? Okay, so to respect that fight, as I was typing in the chat, is to stay out of it. But also, okay, I feel that you can stay loyal and be loyal to a person if you have respect for that person. You could work for a person, right? Let's say they're paying you good. So you're going to respect them. You're going to have loyalty. But let's say now something goes wrong. Whereas it's you in a situation like you do the kind of work I do, a contractor work. Let's say something happened with the contract. It's less work involved. There's not much money involved or whatever, right? You're a upcoming self-employed business owner like myself, okay? And you, even though you promised to pay X amount of dollars, you follow me now, Cookie? So far, okay. Um, so something goes wrong, and now you can't pay that. So you have to give lower pay. Now, if you're loyal, you're gonna stay and support and work that job, do your job as you wish or whatever. Though I understand you have family and the bills to pay and everything. But now, if you respect your work, right, then what would happen is you're going to go in there, you're going to chop it up, you're going to do a good job because you like to make yourself look good. And you got to realize that that's what you're promoting yourself, your own thyself. It's not about the I mean, you're representing the company or whatever it is or who you're working for too, but you're also representing yourself. So therefore, I feel that respect is the reason why that you're there. And that's why I say that respect is coming first before loyalty. You want to speak on that part right quick before go ahead, you know, before we add anything else.
I can understand that logic and thinking, but then I'm going to look back at my boss. How can you have respect and loyal to me when if you're expecting me to be loyal and respectful to continue to work for you, knowing I have a family to feed? So your personal issues on, your contract of not getting that contract, um, yeah, um, I feel bad for you. But as a owner or businessman, that's your problem. So have the
Exactly.
respect for me to still pay me my money for the work that I'm doing
That's
because we're
fact.
not friends. I mean, we could be friends. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
friends
Yeah.
because we work together, I guess, maybe. But I mean, I would like to think in that line of work, you're going to be friends with your boss, because my son does the same kind of work with you that you do. And with his workers, they're his friends. Most of his fellow workers is his friends, but they know this job, this business comes first. You mess up my money, you ain't gonna have no job.
That's
So
right. Absolutely.
so he made sure that he pays them no matter what. If something didn't fall through right with the contract, the contract, or someone didn't pay him what they were supposed to get paid, he don't take that out. He take it as a loss, but he still pays his workers
Right.
because they got a family to feed. So it goes both ways. You can have respect and loyalty to your boss and want to do, help them through this. But what is that showing your boss towards you?
You know what, Cookie? If I can say something, you know what's so crazy? You're right. It's like I said, there's no wrong answer in between that or whatever. Okay, there's no right or wrong. It's just a matter of opinion. You know what I mean? So there's no debate or nothing. But I also have to say that um hey, it's all about them. It's about my money now. I won't deny that. It's definitely about the money. And but here's the thing, you know, doing like when you in the line of work, doing the kind of work that I do like that. What's so crazy is you can find someone, right, that you don't even you're not friends with them. You don't know them like that. Person you randomly meet them, pick them on the street, whatever the case may be, run into them at a store, and then they come do a job for you. They're gonna come, they're gonna do a good job. You at the end of the day, you pay them their money, boom, they gone about their business. If you need them again the next day or so forth, then long as you pay them, they're gonna still come back and work for you. Now, some people may agree and say that, hey, you know, I work, I want to get paid every day. Some people will say, well, I don't feel like, I should have to pay that person every day. Some people might say, well, okay, here's what you do. You come and work for me for a week, for that week, and then you'll get your pay at the end of the week. Now you're promising it. So now at that point, do you have a loyalty? Do you have respect enough to stay there for that job and trust that you're going to get your money at the end of the week? Do you have a loyalty? Where is it? Hey, I mean, you're gonna you're gonna do a good job anyway. So and because you're doing a good job, you're gonna get paid at the end of the week or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it just come a matter of opinion on what you think is fair, and what you think is first, either loyalty or respect.
Well,
But I was
some
going,
if I go by what you're talking about, then I'm thinking there wouldn't be no loyalty or respect. That's just what's it called? Back in the days, you can go to the staffing service and they'll pay you for day to day work. on the job, same day pay or some crap like that. I think they used to
Yeah,
do.
those are like temporary agencies where you like something like called like a ready man. You go in, work that one day or whatever the case may be, and they yeah, it's something like same thing. Go ahead.
Okay, so something like that. Are you looking for somebody like that to have loyalty and respect? Because they just there for one purpose and one purpose only, to get some money for that day. No matter what the money might be for, and ain't none of my business. But if you have your company already, your workers know they get paid at the end of the week. You know, um, so there's no need to not trust that person. So you don't have to have loyalty or anything for them, because they know they're going to get paid. You don't have to have no respect, but they know they're going to get paid. The difference would come if they don't get paid, you know? So I just think that each person can be right on how they're thinking. It's just depending on the situation. But when we're talking about an individual, me Cookie, UDB, Shelly B, Open Mind, Big Five, um, who are you? To me, that's what's important. Who am I when it comes to loyalty and respect?
Well, a lot of people will pick, like I said, I think, because this question has always came about. And like I said, that I think most people pick loyalty due to the fact of when you think about loyalty, you think if you be loyal to a person, right, then you get respect anyway, right? In so many words, is that huh?
You think because a person have loyalty for you, they also have respect. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like they be like if I'm being loyal to you, then that you figure that I have respect for you anyway. But you know what I'm saying? But actually, the only thing I'm challenging is that may be true in some instances, because that's not always true though, right? When you
Hmm.
agree that that's not always true,
Yeah, to a certain
so
degree.
right. No, go ahead, say what you was gonna say because I was gonna say respect. Go ahead, but I can wait. Go ahead.
Because most of the time, okay, most of the time when I'm thinking about myself, it's the people that's involved in my life.
Hmm.
Um, I really, to make these scenarios about a job. Yeah, we can sit there and say, "Oh, I have loyalty to my boss because I'm going to do a good job." Blah blah blah. But am I really loyal to my boss? Am I thinking about having loyalty to my boss? Mostly, he need to have loyalty in me. Like if I'm handling his money, he needs to feel loyalty that I'm not going to steal his money.
Facts.
He has to have respect for me to treat me like a good worker, so I don't steal his money to lose that loyalty. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's about a person individuality versus how we look at each other. I know a lot of these young kids, especially the boys, the men of
I
the
don't know if
world.
they got either or cookie.
I know my son, he is like he got a tattoo on him, loyalty, respect, and honesty, and all this stuff. He like when he talks, he makes me so mad because he said these boys is his family. And I'm like, you got a family, boy. Like, but mom, like
Right.
they got my back.
Right.
And I've seen situations happen where when I used to question this, when they were younger, these are the same people who has his back and they got that loyalty and respect. Hello, brother Jojo. I love you. Beautiful Carla. Hello, welcome. You know,
Still
so
with JoJo, Sister Carla.
these young kids really take this stuff serious. They will die for their brothers, their homies, their bra. I don't know how y'all young kids say it, but they go hard, for their friends, where loyalty and respect and honor and all that stuff, it's like just you can't even cut it with a knife. But then you got a lot of these young kids that run around and say these words and don't know the definition of it.
Right. But if so if you was to expound on it, right? If I was to ask you to say, to break down both of the two, right? And I would say, well, Cookie, Miss Cookie, can you break down your, your actuality, your definition of respect by itself without the loyalty part? What would be respect without the loyalty, though? In a sense, like, I'm just
You want me to define what
yeah,
respect
yeah,
means?
yeah. I want you to, yes, something like someone else would do, but I ain't gonna say their name.
I'm gonna
but
say
but
I
she
definitely
knows who.
can't put my words
Yeah, but she knows who I'm
like
talking
her.
about.
But
Uh
my
huh.
definition of respect is you considering my feelings. You're allowing me to express myself without looking like what I feel doesn't matter. You're respecting me to finish my thoughts. You're respecting me to be who I am. Regardless if you, I'm not gonna say if you, I'm not saying if I'm acting, indignant and disrespectful, you're supposed to, okay, I respect you, Cookie, because that's who you are. I'm saying if, who I am, how I talk, how I walk, how I eat, whoever I am, this is me, this is Cookie, how I feel and think. If you're my friend or you care anything about me, you will respect who I am. Because I'm going
Fact.
to respect how you are. But if you come to me and you say, Cookie, look, we need to talk. You did some really messed up shit the other day. And I need to know, are you okay? What's going on with you? And I said, oh, no, I'm fine. Okay, well, that was really fucked up what you did. And you might want to, slow it down a little bit because that wasn't the Cookie I know. I have to
Exactly.
respect what you're saying because deep down, I know if I was going through something. Deep down, I know if I was acting out of order. So I have to check myself and say, okay, DB ain't just coming at me out of the blues because I know what the fuck I was doing. So I'm gonna respect that you came to me to say you're out of order, and I'm
Yeah.
too much for you to keep seeing you act this way. So when
Sometimes.
when I know I can handle a person like that coming to me, I feel like I can do the same thing to someone that I care about and respect, that they're going to receive it the same way I would receive it. Does that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes, I mean, as an individual, we could all do something that we all might regret, but do we have enough decency, enough respect to admit it?
Okay,
You
so
think what I'm saying?
when you say if we have enough respect to admit it, whose respect are you referring to, yourself or the other parties? Because, like I said, it's all about how you see yourself.
That's true. I agree. But in this instance, I'm gonna say, in this instance, I'm gonna say both. Because if you have enough respect for yourself to stand up and it's enough to say or do something wrong to somebody, right? You should have that same decency and that same respect to stand up and apologize for that, or you at least your part about it.
Okay.
If you loyal to yourself, right? Or as a friend, or as associate, a co-worker, whatever it may be, if you're loyal, it will be the same as almost as the same thing with the respect thing. Because if you're gonna stay loyal to yourself first. But just to be loyal to the fact of the difference in being right or wrong, then respect it
Mm-hmm.
and admit it, that you also played a part in being right or wrong. You know, what I would really like, I would really like, I would really like Uncle Jojo, uh, to come up here if he got time Sister Carla, come up here and kind of help us out with this situation. Speak on it. You know, if they got a minute. They busy. I understand. But give me a minute. Let me get grab something right quick. Let me pause right quick. Go ahead, speak on it, Cookie.
I have a question I want to ask everybody that's in the chat. I hope everybody is still here. And I would just like to answer a true answer, if you can. What do you most like about yourself? What do you most like about yourself? I know sometimes we would say, I like everything about myself. But we be honest, I'm sure there's something we don't like about ourselves. So maybe it should be a two-part question. What do you like most about yourself? And what is the thing you like less, you dislike less about yourself? I like that I am open-minded to look at things in either way. The good, the bad, the up, the down, the false, the truth, you know, and anybody. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for that would describe that, but I like that I'm open-minded. What I dislike about myself is I think that sometimes, and I don't even want to say this word because that's not the word I want to use, but I think I'm too nice. Even when I don't want to be. It takes a lot for me to say, okay, I give up. So what is the thing that you like most about yourself, DB? Honestly, I want it from the heart.
Me myself, honestly, for one, let me try to attack this. Now, I have a very low tolerance for bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. A very low tolerance. I mean, when I say bullshit, I don't mean the kind of bullshit where is it you where in a jokingly matter, joking way or whatever. Hey, that can go a long way with me because you know, a joke is a freaking joke. You know what I mean? My thing is if for me to be focused in and for me to pay attention and like, you don't have to be a person that I like, right? If you're teaching something that I'm being a willing participant and I'm interested in learning, it doesn't matter to me if I like you. That has nothing to do with it. Because we don't always learn hey, if we learned everything from only people we like, imagine what the world would be now. You know what I mean? That's crazy, right? So
what is it? So what's your what is it that you like about yourself? What's the word you use for that?
I like for one, you did mention one thing. I like to be open-minded. And me, I like to experiment and experience. You know what I mean? Because that's what gives you a strong, better knowledge and a better understanding of things. You know, see, meaning something like sometimes you have to you have to make a mistake, right, in order to learn a lesson. Sometimes you don't have to make a mistake if you can avoid the mistake of doing something. Then that 9 times out of 10, depending on the situation, that probably would be the best thing is to avoid it. But if it's just you caught up in the midst of something, then, you know, and you learn a valuable lesson at the same time, then you're still doing a good thing. I mean, that doesn't make you a dumb person. We all learn differently. We all think differently. We all talk differently. So there's a different understanding there. But just, you know, just to answer your question, I mean, me personally, like, you know, I mean, when you make a valid point, I'll listen and I'll try to understand, do the best I can understand it. How I feel inside emotionally would be like how you said at first, earlier on when you first started speaking. Excuse me. You have your own opinion, Cookie. You have your own your way of thinking. That's the part that I have to, as an individual, respect. That's the part that you or or another person would have to do and understand and respect. Do that make sense to you?
They don't have to, but if they have respect for me, then they will. So, what is the most thing you dislike about yourself?
I'm 5'4". No, I know y'all when you weren't ready for it. No, the most okay. One of the most things I like to say that you know that I don't like about myself is some, uh, growing up. I think I took too many damn risks with some things. I think I gave certain people too many chances. And no one here on the channel or on the panels or nothing that has to do with YouTube. I'm talking about some for real shit here right now. You know what I'm saying? I think in real life, I think I really did. And that's where I made quite a bit of mistakes. I mean, when it comes to friendship, sometimes even family situations, definitely with my kids. And that's something for real, you know? So yeah, I think, you know, that's where I think. But you know,
So, what do you think is most misunderstood about you?
what's misunderstood?
Mm.
Well, like I say, everybody got their own opinion. Everybody got their own individual way of thinking. We all don't learn the same way. We all don't feel the same way. We all don't think the same way. We all don't just do things and go about certain things to such the same situation. Whereas it, okay, let's say, okay, you work at a grocery store. It's only well held, right? It's only one way to bag groceries, right? At least that's what you would think. And that would be what to just take the your materials or whatever, take your things, right, and put them in a bag.
So, okay, so with
And
the oh, go ahead.
I was just saying though, just to really just take the stuff and put it in the bag, and you think you're doing it and send per person on and going the right way, but are you putting enough in the bag? Are you putting not enough in the bag? Should that bag be doubled up? Go ahead.
Um, so with both of the questions that I asked, when I said, "What's the most? What do you like most about yourself?" and "What do you like least about yourself?" Do you think putting those together is what makes what's much most misunderstood about you? Your
Yeah. Well, were you through answering it, the question, or right
yeah.
there,
You
or
understood
you
what I
know?
was saying? Yeah, I'm done. You
Yeah,
understood what?
because you know what? Honestly, I don't think you really you can. Well, you can leave one without the other part, but I don't think you should. Let me say it like that. I think they should kind of coincide and go together both. You know what I mean? I think you should. I think you should look at it both ways because in a situation, I don't think things should be always judged from one point of view. I'm very temperamental on that. I just don't like looking at things from certain. It's like it's like me and you, Cookie. When we talk to me, you have your way of thinking. And some people might say I'm more judgmental. Some people might say, hey, she's more judgmental. But that's not the situation here, right? You know, I think calling it judgmental is like it's like you putting a extra. you putting extra piece of bologna on the sandwich or whatever, and only wanted, only ask for one. You know what I mean? No, I think that you should just look at things from both sides before you make a judgment.
So you saying that when someone misunderstands you, they're judging?
Hmm. Yeah, you automatically are judging when you misunderstand. Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. You're absolutely right.
I, for me, this is just for me. I feel like if someone misunderstands me, it's not because they're judging me. It's because they haven't got to know me.
That part right
Or
there.
it might be, but that's not well, for me, that's not judging. Or they may be looking at characteristics that I have that they're not used to.
That part.
You
But
know, um,
let me add this in. But if they took the time, right? But if a person took the time, I can't make a judgment call on you. I can't say that, hey, she wrong. She think like this, she run like that, and the third, without knowing something about you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to sit down, have a conversation with a person to really know how they think. We don't all see this internet thing got us all messed up. A lot of us.
well, we're not talking about the internet. We're talking about our
No,
personal
no,
life.
no, no. You're right. No, but you're right. You're right. No, I wasn't. No, you're right. Even in your personal life, the internet has a lot to do with it. Meaning, social media wise, it controls us sometimes in so many ways. It kind of helps like even in our everyday life, it controls our everyday thinking with some people. Some now when you're not on social media, then you really not, you really don't can't make that call. But when you it's like when you hear something from another, like if you hear something from another person or whatever, you hear that person say it all the time, right? You sort of kind of think that that way of going about something is right, in so many words. Not all the time, but sometimes. So
Do
it
you,
kind of helps deter your mind. You know what I mean?
so don't you? Okay, so if you take it outside of the friendship, your coworkers, social media, friends, do you not think that there's family members who may misunderstand you?
Yeah, there may be, right? But again,
So do you
if
think
that
those people are judging you?
so if that family so if the mo so right, but if but the family can't even make a call and judge you. Or people, for one, people shouldn't just be judging each other like that. But a family member can't even make a judgment call about you unless they know you. You
Okay,
can have let me say this part. You can have family members whereas that you see them on a regular all the time, right? That you grew up with, right? Okay. They know you. They know how you talk. They know how you are. They know certain things to like look over, and even though they may have an opinion about it, right? They say, well, okay, well, let him go with that because that's he's still that's the person is them is them. They have their own way of thinking. They might not agree, but they might not always speak on it. You see what I'm saying? Now, whereas that you have another family member that don't see you on a regular all the time, even though y'all family, y'all close, somewhat close, but y'all not close enough to say to just agree on the same points of issues. You know what I mean? It simple.
okay. So going back to when you said that people will judge you without understanding you or knowing you. So when we think about family, and I'm talking about close family, like not distant cousins and second and third aunties, your immediate family, you, they should know you, right? You grew up with them, been around them. So if they don't understand you, or if they understand you, do you still look at it that you're judging you? Or is it that, like, okay, I have a auntie, and she practically raised me. It's my mother's sister, and my mother passed away when I was 8. So, and she's, I think, about 12 years older than me. I think, yeah, she's probably about 12 years, 13 years older than me. So that would be make her what, 21? So
Okay.
let's go, I'm maybe 15 now, and she's 28. But she's been knowing me all my life. But she will say, "You're different." Do I think she's judging me? Do I think that she don't know me? No, she noticed that I'm different than what she probably expects me to be, coming from the family that I came from, the way I think. But I don't look at her that she's judging me or that she doesn't know me. It's just that whatever I went through in life, however I felt growing up, has made me who I am. So she accepts me for that, but she will tell me all the time, I don't think like normal people, that I have
Right.
a,
Right.
a weird way of thinking, how I come up with, my thoughts, and I've never asked her, is it a bad thing or a good thing?
You know what I think you know what one of the things I think that it may be, you one tough cookie. Miss Cookie, you are one tough cookie,
And
Uh
most
huh.
people are, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um I think that you know you you don't have a concernment for you don't have a concernment whether something's right or wrong sometimes, like, or um it just matters to you. Only thing that matters is, like, sometimes the only thing that matters is the way how you feel about certain situations, which is okay, that's fine. But when a person is on the outside, right, and a person and people are always gonna judge you. We have to admit that. It's just a natural everyday thing. You know what I'm saying? People are always judging. Some people admit it and say that they can be judgeable because they don't hey, they know that they that kind of person. They know that they judgmental about a lot of situations. Some people may say, I don't never judge. I don't judge nobody. But now those same people who you looking at that says that they don't never judge nobody. Have you ever stepped back and looked at it and said, well, hey, I know you say you don't judge nobody, but you just automatically right there assumed that I was wrong because of the fact of because you went off the fact of what you heard or something somebody else said or something somebody else did, and you automatically just point the finger at me and just judge me. Now you may say,
You
huh?
have to go ahead, but I'm sorry.
Oh, now you may say or not admit that you were judging, but actually, to be honest with you, you were judging, and that may not be your intentions of judging, you know. But I've said it like I've said a minute ago. You have to be honest about it with yourself and admit that it's a possibility that you can be wrong on your judgment. You don't that doesn't mean that doesn't make you right because you think you know me.
Okay. So as I'm pretty sure, I hope you have heard me say this plenty of times. I would drive myself completely crazy if I try to figure out what another person is thinking or feeling. So in order for me to kind of understand myself and maybe others, it's understanding me and keeping strong on how I look at things. So if I sit here and try to figure out What do DB think about me? Does he think that I'm smart? Does he think that I'm cute? Does he think? Does he think? Does he think? I'm going to drive myself crazy on trying to figure out what someone else think about me, or if they're judging me, or if they think I was right or wrong. I have to know within myself that I'm cute, I'm sexy, hey, that I'm smart, you know, that whatever the characteristics that are in me and my personality, my being, I know this is who I am. That's why I always say, you know, not just to you, but mostly a lot of people I have to deal with. You know, I want to know honestly, how do you feel? Not how you feel you think somebody else feel about you, or how somebody else is talking to whatever. How do you feel about you? Because once you get to know your insides of how you feel, your feelings, your character, your personality, all that other stuff about what somebody else may think about you don't mean nothing, because you know who you are. You stand strong in your belief. You stand strong in what you say. No one's going to deter you from how you feel, because it's who you are. It's who you are, you know? And, you know, when I say these things to you, you might think that, you know, I'm not listening, or I know, you know, all the things that we talked about. But I be trying to get you to see, like, forget everything else. Why
I
you
miss you.
forget about
You know why I'm laughing. I said, there it go. Bam. I said, I knew she couldn't get through it without saying it.
because I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be
Go
me if
ahead.
I sit here and not speak my truth.
No. But you know why I dropped that bomb, because what I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking, but go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Yes, baby, with you.
I gotta I gotta let me go ahead before you go on. Let me ask you before I forget my thought. If I was to say that I do think that sometimes in certain aspects, certain situations that you, Miss Cookie, that you do worry about what other people think. Would you consider that as me judging you, or me trying to help you? Go ahead. Speak honest.
Honestly, I would think you don't know me. You don't know me.
Okay.
Because from
Now
day
that-
one, if you really remember, what was my favorite thing saying? I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me. I
yeah,
am
you did.
who I am.
Yeah, you did. You did say that. You did say that then, But I mean, in certain instincts though, I think at one point we all think about we think outside of the box is what I'm trying to say, I think. We all wonder and think of how the next person think about them, or at some point. You know, I don't think that it really matters. Like at the end of the day, I don't think either one of us really care on what the next person really think. You know what I'm saying? Or how they, I don't think so. But I think if we was to think outside the box, we as people, as human beings, if we love and we have loyalty and respect for one another, I think that we would take a leap of faith, and we would think outside of the box and say, because that you don't actually personally know a person, or because you don't you haven't known a person such and such so long, or whatever, that you don't know every actions, every mood, or every thought. See, every momentum is shared amongst each other when you have a conversation with a person. Sort of like you and I, Cookie. Even though we don't see each other, we still speak to each other every day. And communicating is a very important part of any relationship, any friendship. It's always important. So if more people would communicate amongst each other and learn each other, then you would know It's like you could. It's like I think in my heart, in my mind, I think it's easier for us as human beings to catch each other's flaws and mistakes, or understand one another's truths before we make a judgment call and say that that person is right or wrong, whether they should or shouldn't do something. You know, I think that
Okay,
before,
okay. First, let me clear something up. You might have a point. I don't know. I'm not. No, no, no. I'm not giving that point. I'm not. I can't. I can't. Um. So okay, when you say everybody thinks or worry about or care what other people think, I care to a degree of I care that people care about me and that people, wonder if I'm okay. And, say, I hope you feel better, or I hope you get that promotion, or, I care that your life is going well or going bad. I'm worried about you. I care, whatever. To that degree, yes, I care. But do I care that someone thinks I talk about love too much? Do I care that somebody don't think I talk properly enough? I joked about that. I was being kind of condescending because once again, how I talk, how I act, how I think is who I am. I can't get away from it. I can change some things about it if I don't like it, but I have to change it because I want to change it, or because I see it's a problem in my life that is maybe keeping people. If I was a nasty person and you say, "How you doing, DB? Fuck you. What you worried about it for?" Or
damn,
how you Cookie, what you eating? And I'm doing like really outrageous, disrespectful, like out of
you
care.
mean,
Yeah, then that's something I need to
yeah,
change
Cookie.
about me.
You was mean, Cookie.
If I'm not willing to learn something that's gonna better me, and someone comes and tells me that, that means they care enough to tell me. You know what?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, but
things I
yeah.
will change because it's gonna better me, unless I don't want to be better.
Mm-mm. No, but Cookie, but see that right there at that same time, this you left it bland right there because you addressed one part of what I said. Because I never left it right there. I never left it right there.
And I was
I
listening
said
to
I
things
never I never left it right there
that
though.
part about the caring.
I know, but okay, I understand. I never left it right there though. I mean, also because some of us, we might not give a damn about what the next person think or how they feel or this and that and the third. Okay, I get that. But if you was to analyze a situation and look at it, you have to look at it from both sides. You can't just assumingly say or assumingly feel off emotions that, okay, that this is that and this is only that. You see what I'm saying? You have to sit back and look at it, look at the situation and say, okay, well, maybe that person, maybe they do have a point. You know, you see, if we overwhelm our thoughts, right, with the fact of automatically as if Cookies right, yeah, she's right, she's always right. Damn, then right there. You taking you what taking a step down. You have no faith in yourself. Stand up. Stand up for yourself.
That's what I'm
Don't
saying, baby. I
what no,
misunderstand it or you're confusing. Let me speak. Let me speak. The same thing you're saying right now. That's what I want. I say people should apply to themselves on every level. And I said, I am a person who is open to see both sides. But in order for you to understand that, let's say you, let's say we're talking about me and you, because we're the only one up here. I can say I understand what you're saying, but in the same breath, because I understand what you're saying, I understand what I'm saying. So you can't come back and say, no, 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 no. You don't understand what I'm saying. Because if you was understanding what I was saying, you wouldn't be looking at what you're saying. Do you feel what I'm saying?
No,
Understand?
yeah, 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 yeah. And here's why. You know why I understand? Because I talk to you every day, and several times a day, all the time. So it's so many times, it's very few times that I don't talk to you more than twice.
Yeah, because that's not a good
Wait,
example.
wait, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm going to say. Very few times that I don't talk to you more than twice a day. What I'm telling you is, you can say that and make that judgment because you talk to me every day. But now, someone else, or
That's not
you
even
know,
important. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
you see, that's what I'm saying. Look, though, Miss Cookie, listen. I get what you're trying. I get that, but the only thing about it is, when someone else insinuates that, they can't make that call. Why? Because then they would be automatically, almost, they would be automatically judging.
Okay, we
You
could go
can't say,
on and on this same topic. I'm gonna change it up a little bit because we we could go on and on and on.
well,
Uh,
we're still talking. Well, it's a thing. Well, we still talking about, still talking about loyalty and respect now.
right. So,
So,
for my definition, I'm saying in order for me to apply loyalty and respect towards others, I have to know what loyalty and respect means to me. And if I am showing my loyalty and respect to others, I know what it's going to look like coming back. So I know what it means to me. If DV is not showing me loyalty and respect, that's going to tell me, okay, that's not someone I want to have in my circle because I know what it's supposed to look like because I give it to others. So whenever we talk, this is the thing that with anybody really, if you can't start off a sentence with saying how I feel, meaning yourself, how I look at things, how I do things, how I move, then you're telling me how someone else is doing and how somebody else is moving and thinking. That tells me you can't tell me who you are. Because if you tell me who you are, but you move differently, then that's telling me you're a fraud.
huh?
So, huh?
Why is that?
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, do you understand when you just said right there? You just really, you just wait. Now,
That was
wait,
deep, wasn't it?
wait.
That was deep, right?
Right, hold up. You just took a goddamn extra chip or off the cookie now, right there, baby. Because you just dug into the crates. I'm saying, you got to understand. I mean, you.
Because this is what I want to say. I want to go deep within self. It's not about nobody else.
Right there, though.
Anybody who comes into this chat, who hits on this panel, I want you to look at self because that's the only
That's
way
true.
we heal. It's the only way we understand other people when we can understand self.
Yeah, cookie. Let's get the part. What I'm trying to get you to what I'm trying to get you to understand is that, I mean, that's still what you just said. You know, I might not be 100% correct about everything, but what you just said, like, it seems like you kind of made a judgment call there. You kind of did, because you know how you feel yourself is one thing, but how you feel and how you respect someone else is another thing. See, you can't you can't expect for people to have a certain level of respect for you. and you don't have a self level of respect for them. This is the part. See, you said just a second ago, you just said that you said you can't you know, to have respect, right? Is for you to know that you have respect for thyself. That's all cool. That's fine and dandy. I think everyone should start there. But in that same tune, Cookie, to have another, to have a respect for the platform, to have a respect for yourself and for other people, right? Would be more so like saying, okay, I don't want to let's do this. Okay, you stop, you say, okay, let's do this. Let's change this up. Let's don't do that. And then you go back into the circle, right? And you say, and you present something else to the people, and and give them a alternative, not an ultimatum. Give them alternative, another way of looking at things, or another option of doing something, right? And that way, now what you're doing is you're leveling out everything. See, now you're leveling out the concrete, because once it dries, it's only hardened one way, whether it's lopsided, whether it has a crack in it, whether it's crooked, regardless of what it is, it's still only get hard one way.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You see,
See, me being true to myself is being honest. I have no idea
but
what you.
somebody else probably understands, whereas you might not understand it. I'm trying to make it where you understand it, because I said, as I said, it only hardens one way. Okay, it's only one way to make a cake, Cookie. You is to bake it and watch yourself rise, whatever, and it bakes only one way, and it bakes up.
Okay.
It only bakes one way. A cake is either right or wrong. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's lopsided or not, it only bakes. It's still gonna bake, and it's still gonna taste like it's cake, regardless if it's lopsided, crooked, whatever. It's still gonna be a cake. It might not be a pretty one, but it's still a cake.
No, because if it don't bake evenly, some of it
Cookie,
will still be just
cookie,
mixture.
cookie. What you doing is digging in the crates.
Yeah.
It's still gonna taste like a cake, though, Cookie. Even if it's not right, baby, it's still gonna taste like a cake.
Can't even, like I said, I believe,
Go
and
ahead. I'm gonna go on pause. Go ahead.
say this is I can know what respect is, and I can respect you because I know what respect is. When respect is not giving back, like when earlier you said something about communication. We talk a lot about communication, you and I. So if you're telling me that respect lies with the communication, then I would have to come out and say that we don't have respect for each other. You see how I said we? I didn't say DV. I didn't say Cookie. I said we, because we're not communicating to have that respect. So that's why I said it has to go deep within self. If I'm trying to have respect for you, the only way I'm going to have respect for you, if I go deep within self, that means Cookie's going to be shutting up all the damn time. And so that means there's no communication, right?
Yeah, but Cookie,
We're going to take
you,
a break.
you
And I'm
know you,
trying to
you
figure
gonna
out if I want to play my niece again, my cousin, or go
Cookie.
something more telling. What do you want to hear? Something telling?
You lost me right there, a little bit, because I walked over there to get my coffee. But you're Cookie. You're gonna always have respect. You know what? You always gonna have respect for yourself. You're gonna have respect for yourself. Whereas it in a situation where no one else has respect for themselves,
I
that
don't know.
is not.
Some people might say I ain't got no respect for
No,
myself.
no,
I
Cookie,
ain't got no
Cookie.
draws
But
on.
no, well, Cookie. But the point is, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, Cookie. You're gonna have respect for yourself, regardless. For yourself, regardless of what anyone thinks, because you have that level of respect for yourself. It's not like, hey, you're gonna go out here and go out and stand out here into a middle. Well, I don't know, Cookie. You choose sometimes. I often say it's not like you finna just go out here to the middle of a crowd or to the middle of the street and just go, hey, and pull your dress up. Like you trying to get attention now, you
I'm not.
know.
Shit.
But then again, Cookie, you and you know, y'all in no draws, you know, y'all crazy and shit. But no, but for real, what I'm saying is, you know, you always gonna have respect for yourself, Cookie, because that's the type of person you are. You know that deep down inside, you are not the kind of person that just go around doing things that's disrespectfully to yourself or to others, whereas there's somebody else gonna have to take a look back to say, damn, you know, Cookie, your ass crazy. You just don't give a fuck. You ain't got no filter, huh? You just don't give a fuck how the fuck you say shit, huh? No, you're not it's not that way. So when you expound and speak to me and you expound on that part about you keep on saying that you have to have respect for yourself. You have to have respect for yourself for this and that. I understand that. You already made that point, and I understand that. But what you're not seeing is the part about having the respect and understanding for the next person. See, you're not, it's like almost like you don't care to have respect or understand what the next person is. You excluded yourself from that because you're not speaking on that at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Not once. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong,
I'm
but
trying
I haven't heard you speak on it.
because you're not listening.
No, because I'm not listening to you. Everybody's listening. You haven't said nothing about it,
I don't
and I
think
spoke on it.
ain't nobody wrote in the chat in a minute, but it's okay. Um, BB,
No, just speak on it. Go
I
ahead.
I said from the beginning, I respect myself. In order to respect myself, I know how to give respect. So I can understand a person. I'm open minded. I understand what you're going through. I understand what my daughter's going through. I understand what my sister, I understand what whoever I deal with, what they're going through. Okay? I see they're good. I see they're bad, however you want to look at it. If they're going down a road where I think I can come to them and say, hey, you need to work on this, or this like it's a problem. They have respect for me, so they're gonna know I'm coming for out of love. Most of the
Mm,
I'm talking about, they're gonna know I'm coming from love. So they're gonna look at what I said, knowing that I understand what they're going through, and say, "Damn, I'm Cookie. She might have a point there," because now
mm,
they're gonna look within self and say, "Oh, I've been acting erratically. Oh, I've been acting like an ass. So I need to check myself." And a Cookie came to me, understanding that I'm going through something. I broke up with my boyfriend, and I'm feeling like I want to just go after the world, but it ain't the world's fault that me and my boyfriend broke up. So let me check myself and stop being disrespectful. So now they're gonna come to me hopefully and say, "Aunt Cookie, you're right. I was out of line. I was going through some shit. Thank you for pulling my coat. Thank you for bringing me back to reality." You know what I'm saying? But if you're right and I see some harm being done to someone, then I'm going to tell you you're right. But I'm
yeah.
going to explain what I saw on both sides. Niece, you have every right to be mad about the breakup, but you do realize how you were treating that man. You do realize that you was bossing this man around thinking he was your little slave. You do realize you took the bill money and went and got your hair done instead of paying the light bill. So you can't blame him for walking up and leaving. And she has to understand Yeah, she took that bill money and went to get her hair done, and that's why she ain't got no man. Does that make sense? Well, even
Yeah.
I love her, and she's going through something, and she has a right to go through it because she's missing her man or missing getting her hair done every 2 weeks. But you were wrong for spending the money for that when you know it had to be paid. The light bill had to be paid.
But see, here's the thing.
You can't justify everything I say if you can't see what I'm saying.
But
Because
here's the thing.
I'm being accountable.
But here's the thing. Now I'm listening to you, and I'm listening to you very closely, as Uncle Levi say, very closely. What you just did and what you just said was you was just helping everybody else, and you understand everybody else. But do you understand yourself?
Oh my God, DB,
Are you no? Oh my God, nothing.
go for
No, no, no. Hold
because
up.
I just
Ho-
explained that and you're
uh-uh.
listening.
No, no. Hold up. Hold on.
You come
Uh-uh.
and say, I said
I
this.
said, no, hold on.
Go ahead,
Mm-mm.
DB. Look,
Mm-mm.
you got to
Mm-mm.
in order to understand.
I did.
Okay, go ahead.
And you just sat up here and said, and I'm asking you, not a question for you just to jump in. I'm saying, do you understand yourself? Because if you understand yourself, then you got to understand this, that you just sat up there, right, and gave everybody help, your valid opinion on far as helping everybody else on what you thought that everybody else should do about their situation. But if you really sat down and take a look at yourself and validate yourself and look at your situation on what you feel first and about your situation, because the reason I say that, because let's say, you know how a person say you can't really speak upon something unless you ever been through that situation or whatever, really, you
Mhm.
know. Okay, now if a person, like if you, like if you went to a friend and you know, they a person who never really, they not a person who ever been married or whatever, right? And they can only speak from a relationship aspect of it, right? Would you really go to them and ask them for their opinion on what they think of a relationship, far as a people who married, and validate that and really hold it up to its most high? Or would you, I mean, you might listen to it, you might understand, but are you gonna, just because they say it that way or whatever, are you gonna look at it and be like, okay, well, or are you going to look at it? Are you going to look at it and say, okay, well then, uh, you know, I can understand where you're coming from, um, but you're not married, so I can't really validate your opinion because you're not married. Or are you going to look at it and say, yeah, well, I understand that too, but I think that you're looking at it from just a relationship point of view and a relationship stance. And are you going to turn around and hate on that person in so many words? Basically, is what it is. Are you going to look at that person and then not value their opinion just because they not married? Because if they're a friend to you, right?
Yeah,
You're going to respect. You're going to respect if they're a friend to you, right? They're gonna respect you. You are going. They're gonna respect your opinion on how you feel about your situation. But you, as a friend, supposed to respect them how they feel about their situation because you, Cookie, brought it to them. They didn't ask them. They didn't wake up this morning and say, "Hey, I want to go get in Cookie's business, and I want to, you know, and let her know and justify this and that about her fucking relationship or her marriage."
okay. So, I'm gonna try to start at the beginning of what you said. If someone came to me who is not married and knowing that I'm going through something and they've been in a relationship, if it's if it's just some booty call stuff, Yeah, I'm still gonna listen. You know why? Because I would like to think they've been in more relationship than the booty call one. Now, if they saying something, because my discernment of what I believe in my heart about my relationship, if you come with some dumb crap about, oh, I mean, I would just divorce him. You don't need him, because girl, then we could go out and party. Then no, I'm not gonna take that in consideration of what you're talking about. I'm gonna look at you like you're crazy. But if you're coming to me because you know what I'm going through, because you're my friend, and you got my best interest at heart, because that's what I'm going to my friends with, my best interest at heart. So if that friend comes to me, even though they're not married, and saying the right things that make sense, even if I don't agree, on how I should handle that situation, I'm gonna listen, because they have my best interest at heart. It don't have nothing to do with if they've been married or not, because marriage or not married, it's just a piece of paper. But that person that hasn't been married might have still been in a relationship with somebody for 10 years or 20 years, longer than I've been married. So being married don't mean, oh, I can't take advice from that person because they never been married. Now, if I'm a crackhead and you never smoke crack, and you try to tell me about rehab or how to get off drugs, or you understand how hard, no, you don't, because you never smoked it or snorted it or shot it up or whatever they do with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's when, no, you can't come to me and know how I'm feeling or what I'm going through, because that's something totally different. But it all depends on the situation and how you come to me. If you come to me saying, I'm your friend, and I know this is very hard for you, but it's your choice. If you really want help, there are places out there, and your life could be so much better. I'm going to listen to you then. But don't tell me, how hard it is, and you could quit. You just don't want to, and oh, because then you're not coming to me like you care. You're coming to me like you're judging.
Yeah, exactly. You would be like you're judging. Now, right there. Now, pause right there. It will be like you're right,
Stereo.
now. Pause right there.
No,
It
no, no.
will be.
Listen, I want you to
It,
listen to what you asked me, because
hold
you
on. No, I did. I did.
go to other people and expect them to listen to me, but can I listen to others? And I'm telling you, the answer to your question is yes, I
Okay. Now,
do. So the question I have for you is, can you do the same? Do you know when someone's coming to you with a good heart, who cares about you,
before.
or are you looking like no one can tell you nothing because you are who you are, and you're judging me? And like, this is why I say
No,
it's about self. I know
no.
who I am and how I can deal with situations and look at things on both sides of the coin.
Mhm. Before I answer your question, before I totally lose my thoughts, right there, go back to when you was just describing yourself, when you was describing your situation or whatever, right? Before I, jumped in. Okay, let's put it like that. You, you just said that you would value a person opinion who's been in a relationship for 20 years opposed to, you and your marriage life, right? Now, most people probably wouldn't agree with that because they would say,
Most people, we're talking about Cookie.
"Well, cookie, cookie,
Don't worry about what most people.
cookie,
DB. We gonna
cookie,
start.
cookie."
I say keep it on self.
Okay, cookie. Now, like I said, most people would say probably that they're not going to compare the two. It's not the same. Most people probably would say that. With that, with that, are you having a loyalty to your friend or respecting for your friend because you're valuing their opinion? Are you having a loyalty with your friend and value their opinion because you just want to have that loyalty and let them have their opinion?
What? I'm having
right?
respect for my friend because I know she's coming from a good heart, or they're coming from a good heart. I'm having respect and loyalty to my friend because she came and gave me her honest opinion on how she think I should either handle this, or gave me some loving advice, or consoled me, or however, whatever
Right.
the situation was.
But that person still never been in her, they still never been married. So
That
so so right. But now for most people, they like I said, for most people in most marriages, they probably would say they gonna probably say, well, hey, I don't even go to no outside resources like that for and about my business, or I don't go to outside resources, just because I don't feel that a person can give the same value opinion that I'm looking for, for several different reasons. For several different reasons. Because I'm just guessing. I can't even answer it. You know why? I've never been married. So I can't answer that. So I don't know what's right or what's wrong. So it just poses as a question. So that's why I asked you, what do you think it was loyalty or respect amongst your friend, and
okay.
about you valuing their opinion. So moving right along, go ahead.
Okay. So okay, let me use this for an example. You're a contractor, right? So you're telling me, that the guy said he was going to pay you $5,000 to do this job, and then he decided, you know what, I'm going to shorten this job up, and I'm only going to, pay you $1,000. I just want this done. I'm sorry, I don't want to get this done and this done and that done. And then you come to me and you tell me about it. I don't know nothing about contracting, right? But as a friend, I'm going to talk to you and tell you, well, DV, I understand you really need this money and you were looking forward to it, and you already called the mortgage people and told them you're going to be able to pay up your mortgage that you've been missing for 4 months. And, you got this going on and that going on. So you have to look at, do you want to take this $1,000 job and have some money in your pocket to try to pay some kind of bills? Or do you, think it's best that you go ahead and go to your next job, even though you signed the contract, and you have to maybe suffer the consequences if this person decides they want to sue you. So I'm going to give you options on how you can handle this situation. It's not that I'm trying to tell you what to do or tell you if you're wrong or right on what you decide to do. I'm just a listening ear to let you know I understand what you're going through, and, give you some options to think about. I don't have to know nothing about construction working and contracting to give you good advice to be a lending ear. I'm gonna give you some suggestions.
You know what?
What?
Guess what? You're right, but you're wrong,
Okay. That's okay.
because you know why? You just answered your own question, because you are not a contractor. So how can you say you can you
So
can no stop.
on this
I
because
said hold up before you even do that,
I'm saying
before you even do that, before you even
you like
see
my auntie.
hold up before you even do that, because I don't want people to think that we over talking each other and doing all that. Like I said, you cannot. You just answered your own question. You cannot give a person a valid point, unless you understand. For one, you have to understand the job, and the business to give a valid opinion. Now, if it was a certain situation within on that job, right? Whereas it somebody came to you and they told you a certain instinct, a certain incident that happened on that job with a coworker and the boss, or a coworker and another coworker, right? And they say, come to you and they say, Cookie. Now, if a person never did this, and then they did that, and then that person did that, and then they did this, who you think will be right or wrong? See, that would be value in your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know the job itself, they can't really come to you and say, Cookie, okay, so what's the first step on how to lay tile or how to do drywall or how to, what you think that you supposed to do? Which sounds right? Which sounds they can, I mean, they can say now which sounds mostly right on what do you on your opinion of what sounds most right of about how to paint this wall or whatever. What do you think you should do first? And then when you answer whatever what you regardless whatever your answer may be and come with, you know, whether it was right or wrong, if it sound funny or not,
Okay.
they got to value your opinion because you know why? You don't know actually. You just giving your opinion far as what you think because you don't know really, you know. So it doesn't even at that point you have to value, it's just different. So
I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna
go
listen
ahead.
to music. No one said anything about giving you advice on land, no
Oh
time.
no, no. I didn't say you did. I
It,
didn't say you did. I didn't say you did.
stop it.
Go ahead. Just play the music because I ain't say that's not what I said. Go ahead. Where everybody go? Hey, this has been a good conversation. You know, good healthy conversation, and it always helps for people to um to communicate like this, whether you believe it or not. And this could be helpful to someone out there. In my opinion, it can be helpful whether you value DB Wild's opinion, you value Cookie's opinion or not. In some instances, in some situations, you're gonna find yourself in somewhere where you look back and you say, well, hey, you know, this may have been a good point what this person said. That may be a good point what that person said. But you're gonna find yourself looking back and you're gonna say that was help. So you know, it's like it was like we first started out when we first started saying, that was not it's not a right or wrong about the situation or about any situation about this. This conversation is about opinions. That's it and that's all. It's not about whether, hey, hey, you got your opinion. I'm gonna come up bash you and try to shut you down. See, I want to get more points than you. I bet people agree more than. No, this was not that kind of conversation. No, this wasn't about that. No, this conversation was not about that. This conversation is only about an opinion of between um do you think respect comes first or loyalty? That's
Did
it
you
in that
just
song.
did you just cut through all my music while
I
you
don't,
were talking?
Miss Cookie, I don't hear your music. I'm sorry.
Nobody was listening to the music? It was no
Miss
music?
Miss Cookie, I didn't hear your music. I'm sorry. That's why I was talking. That's why I was talking. I didn't hear it.
I thought you called yourself talking over the music. So what if I mute
Oh,
myself, you can't hear the music?
I guess that's the maybe that is the way it worked. I don't know. Brother Vi's not in the chat no more. I don't think, but no one. So I'm not sure. But I didn't hear no music. That's why I was talking because it
Oh,
was quiet.
let me try it again. I must have did something wrong.
Because I would have stopped. I wouldn't be talking if I heard music. So forgive me. You want me to pause it again? Maybe that might help. Go ahead. I pause up. Go.
You hear it?
Give me a second. Hold on.
We make it hard with our trappings.
Go ahead. Now I hear it.
We make
Now
love
I hear it.
difficult, painful, hurtful, and regrettable because we keep trying to figure out how to do love right. In order to do and get the right kind of loving, we place demands, restrictions, and conditions on our loving and on those we love. Sometimes it works. Usually, it does not. And when we get hurt, we blame love. Love does not hurt. Falling into the traps that we set for love make us hurt ourselves. Love just is. Love is the experience of joy we have when we have the courage to tell the truth. It is the power we feel when we are willing to be exactly who we are and allow those we love to do the same. Love is not what you have been told, what you have heard, what you've seen in the pictures. Love is not a tool or a weapon. Love is the key. Love is the key that allows you to see more in yourself and about yourself than you would ever dare show to the rest of the world. Love is simple. You simply give love or you don't. You simply know love or you don't. You simply are love or you continue to fall into the traps that make you hurt yourself because you fail to acknowledge yourself as the love that you are.
Okay. Did you like that?
Yes, it was wonderful. I love it. Yeah, I like it. Took us to church right there.
No, it's not really about taking the church. It's about, like I said, knowing self, loving
Who
self,
who who
respecting
who,
self.
who make that? Who is that? That man? Who make that?
Ilana Van Zant.
Hi.
It is
What's their name? What's their name again?
Ayana Van
Oh,
Zant.
that's the same. That's the same person you told me about before, right?
I love her. I
Yeah.
have her CD. It's
Oh,
very, it can be, I wouldn't say it's spiritual, it's more inspirational, because after she says these little sayings, it's some music that comes behind it. I wish I can get the whole thing downloaded from my CD once my son comes over and help me with some things. But
yeah. I
yeah,
see you starting to listen to her a lot. I see
I do.
spiritual.
I play
Spiritual and inspirational is a lot the same as like loyalty and respect. You know that, right?
of course, of course.
I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
That's the kind of music I listen to make me a better person. I love Franklin, New Nation. I love Mary Mary. It's just a lot. I listen to music. Like, I don't know music like y'all know music to where y'all know the bass and all this rap stuff. I'm not into that like that. I listen to songs that put something inside of me to try to be a better person, or to love better, or just makes me happy. Because music can do so many things to so many people in different ways, But this was a nice live, a nice discussion.
Mhm.
What?
Let me ask you something. Off the record here. Who would you? What's one of your favorite old school R&B groups?
In Vogue.
Well, they are old. That's old school. That's back that. Yeah, 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 yeah. There you go. Well, would you say do you got any other favorite groups though? Before they time,
The
huh?
Whispers.
See, Cookie. Stop trying to win my heart. Look, we on the internet. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that, Miss Cookie.
Whispers.
Don't do that.
My daughter's father used to sing to me the Whispers. He had a beautiful voice. At least to me, he did. There's a lot of people I like. Like I said, I can't remember every single person that I like. Music means different to me because it really goes into my soul of thinking. No matter what type of music it is, even with, Kale's songs, the song that I walked down my aisle to get married was Forever.
Oh, that's a song right there.
Yes, walking to the reception, we played African Queen, because my husband's African. So
What? Well, let me ask you this: if any, what type of rap? Since the last time you really listened and liked a rap song, really, that's old school.
oh God, that would have
What?
been back. I can't remember the rap back in those days because it's been so long. But it would have
You
been,
know.
if you want to consider it rap. Well, I guess it was rap. If I think back to hip hop, hip hop.
Okay. Yeah.
Jump the boogie. I don't remember who was the Cool and the Gang. No, not Cool and the Gang.
Not on the guy. Damn. Don't make me think.
The hip. Grandma,
Yeah.
not Grandma.
Grandmaster Flash. No, no,
Grandmaster
not.
Flash.
Uh, 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 DJ Hurt now.
I cannot remember. It's like I don't remember the group names, but I remember the
Yeah,
song. If it
I
comes up,
know. No, I know who it is. I know who it is. That's DJ Hurt now.
what was it?
Um,
Whip it, babe. No, that was the Gap Band, right?
I don't.
It's a lot of songs that if I hear it, it's gonna make me shake my booty. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I may not remember who sung it.
So once it got into the era of the what they call like what they call the not the height of rap, but once they got into the area of the LL Cool J's, Arabian Rakims, which would be rap like in the 80s and stuff like that. Did
Right.
you did you like any of that type of
Yeah,
stuff? Like, you know what I mean?
I understand what you were saying. Like
I'm sure you like the I Need Love by LL Cool J, but did you like anything harder? Like
I'm trying to think.
any EPMDs or
Okay,
any
wait, let me think. Stop talking. What's his name?
KRS-One?
What? No, the one not Ice T,
Ice Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. Um, and Flavor Flav when he was the hype man. Who was the hype man for
Yeah. Public Enemy.
Public Enemy?
Him and
You
Chuck D. Yeah.
I like stuff like that. Kumo D.
Right.
Um, even I didn't like. I'm not gonna say I didn't like him, but DMX.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, when he was saying too much, but I liked him.
Especially if you, especially Cookie, if you wanted to do a, if you wanted to do a dating era of Tupac, and your ass just wanted to go crazy and do some, just act crazy, you definitely gonna listen to DMX. I agree, because
Yeah,
DMX gonna take you
but
there.
as long as I understand what they're saying.
What they saying exactly?
I don't want to be in the club like don't
You
tell them talk. I was just dancing,
right. So
you
you're
know.
not going. So so when you listen to a Busta Rhymes song, you like it more so because of the beat, not because of what he's saying. Because I don't understand some of the shit he say either. But I like. But I cannot say Busta Rhymes is not one of the greatest because I'd be lying. He is. He is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, like Will Smith. Didn't he do a little bit of rapping when he first started?
Hell yeah. Yeah, he still do. He still do. He still do. Yeah, he still do. And his
No, no,
DJ
no, no,
still.
no, getting jiggy with it. No, no, no.
Yeah, hell yeah. Everybody like that shit. And parents don't understand all that shit. And then, he came back when he did the movie, The Wild Wild West and all that stuff. Um uh not the Wild Wild West. What's the name of that that for that movie that he did it for? He did a didn't he did a song for the movie Men in Black. Men in Black, I think that wasn't it? Men in Black, yeah. He did that Wild Wild West version song of
Wow.
something about Men in Black. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did something for that. So
But
yeah.
so I'm gonna get ready to go. I thank you
Okay.
for joining me. Um,
Love you always, my
I'm
love.
trying to think if I want to play my cousin because it's kind of a love song. Maybe I'll save her for another one. Maybe I'll go back to going out with her in case you didn't hear. Um, very beautiful girl with a beautiful voice. She got it from her daddy and her aunties and her uncle.
Okay.
She's let me see if I can do this right.
Well, we definitely appreciate everyone who showed up, came and supported. And the ones that's maybe in the bushes are still listening and watching, but ain't saying nothing, no typing. We still love you, still got respect for you. We appreciate you over here on my girl Cookie.
Yeah, hit the replay,
Don't
share,
forget.
subscribe, and like. I appreciate you all. I love you all, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Who knows?
And
Uh,
it's always a wild cookie thing. Bet
yes,
to bite a chip.
yes, it
You
is.
did.
Is this right? Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna jump down. Go ahead.
All right. I'm still here, y'all. I had a little mix up. Hope I did it right.
Losing my mind on a tiny error. I nearly left the real me on the shelf. No, 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 no. Don't lose who you are in a blend of stars. You see it is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's
So
hard
that's my
to
cousin,
follow
Lisa
your
Adams.
heart.
Her up.
Tears don't mean
Beautiful
you're losing, everybody's
young lady.
losing. Just be true to who you are. Hey. No, 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 no. Brushing my hair so I look perfect. I forgot what to do to fit the mold. The more I try, the less it's working. Yeah, won't just go and leave me alone. Real talk, real life, good love, good night with a smile. That's my heart. Yeah, yeah. That's my heart. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart. The tears don't mean you're losing. Everybody's bruising. There's nothing wrong with who you are. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, so much for coming in. Y'all have a blessed night. God bless them.